Hello everyone, my name is John, vulgo Mr. Shy. I'm from Brazil and I'm here to talk about shit. So let's do it. Ikimashou. Recently, I have been bombarded with information about the armed conflict in that Arab region. Not only have my foreigners friend been let me know their opinion, but also my Brazilian friend as well. This kind of subject always make me uncomfortable because for me, humans' relationships are always delicate topic. Talking about internal and external politics always warm people's heart as they may have a different opinion. And some people cannot deal with different opinions, right? For example, Brazil was politically divided recently because of the presidential election. Bolsonaristas by one side versus Lulista on our side, right and left. The internet is full of information about the crazy thing committed on both sides of the argument. Although I know the importance of political debate, I always try to abstain. Because, as I said before, people have a almost natural tendency to freak out when you present a political opinion that differ from theirs. Yeah? But I will try to say something now about the conflicts between Palestine and Israel. I will be brief, of course, because that is not the subject of this video. So in 1500 or about 500 years ago, the territory that we know today as Brazil was discovered in quotation marks by Cristóvão Colombo, the Genoese Portuguese navigator, But when that happened, there were already peoples living in that territory. The Portuguese named these natives like Indios because they looked like peoples from India or Indi peoples. But even so, the Portuguese ignored the natives of Brazil and their villages, took their lands, etc., etc., etc. So why am I telling this story? Well, today, more than 500 years after this event, I imagine a hypothetical scenario. Try imagine with me. Imagine that those so-called Indians who are still alive today, that is, the descendant of the Indians who were in Brazil before the arrival of the Portuguese, that guys began together form political and military alliance with another country from South of America and declare war against the Brazilian state. You know what I mean? So, which side of this conflict would you be on? Tell me your opinion in comment if you got me, please. So, talking about politics only seems to be easy for stupid people who can't see beyond their own beliefs, which is why I'm always hesitant to speak my opinion about it. I don't like war, of course. I don't like people who kill innocent peoples, of course, in pursuit of an idea. But anyway, let's change this topic. It's enough, because what I want to talk about today is how can you live and work in Brazil being a foreigner. So I shared several contents on internet, and I didn't find much content about this. It seems that there are not many foreigners thinking about coming to Brazil, but I still decided to make this video because if anyone is interested, this video will be at least like a base for this one. So here we go. You are a foreigner and live outside of Brazil and are interested to come here to live. Okay. Most people will say for you that you need to learn language and culture first, but I won't say that. I will not say that. For me, the first thing you should consider before coming to Brazil to live is money. Yes, money. For example, where do you instead to get money from? They pay you food, housing, entertainment, etc., etc. Do you understand me? I would like to emphasize again that this video is for those people who want to live in Brazil and not for tourists or anything like that, like a business guys or something. Even though they say money, it's not just money that you need. For example, if you want to live legally at least. But I'm also not going to talk about bureaucracy and documentation, as you can find more about this just doing a simple search on YouTube or Google. If I do this video will become like so long. So anyway, I'm talking about money because this is important regardless of the country, you know. And I'm going to try to talk about how you can make money living and working here. Well, the first way is the most obvious of all. You work for a multinational company based in Brazil, right? But you might say, I don't want to work for companies like that. So this is okay too. However, this is the easiest way if you consider living legally with a stay visa, on your own, without having friends or acquaintances who can help you, who can give you support. But if you found this part difficult for some reasons, the other option may be easier, at least for the majority of foreigners who came to Brazil in search of a new life experience. Legal activities are always a headache, no matter the country. But if you are interested in Brazil, perhaps the legal requirements here are not so peculiar. Even for Brazilians, the legislation here sometimes sounds like a bad joke. To be able to live legally with a visa and freedom to carry out economic activity, the second easiest way is Mahish. Yeah. I know this is funny because most of people nowadays don't want to get Mahish anymore. But as I said before, Brazilian legislation sometimes sounds like a joke, and one of the things is when it comes to get Mahish. Yeah. So what do I mean? Well, if you want to live legally in Brazil, you don't necessarily need to marry as a person with documents and everything. If you came like a tourist by default, meet a person and fall in love or not, and you live in that person's house, considering Brazilian law, you are couples and you can request from the state some civil benefits as Brazilian. Yeah. That are granted for this type of situation, you know what I mean? And if you are a woman, the Brazilian state will serve you even better, yeah, compared to the service given to foreigners, man. I won't not give her examples either, because if I do that, the video will be too long. Then you can do another search about this topic and you will find more detailed information, right? Sure, let's go talk about what matters. You are away in Brazil, but you don't want to work for a big companies. However, you need money, right? Living in big city means more expensive, so look for smaller cities, but not too far from the big commercial hubs. In smaller city, the cost of living is cheaper, in addition to having more possibilities for connection for types of work that do not require you full time and your health and something like that. In this case, you can look for informal jobs. Informal jobs. In Brazil we say trabalhos informais. But even if you don't identify with any of these options, there is still another way. If you have some special skills like art, for example, music, singing, painting, you can earn money by selling your art in public places like in squares, avenue, or streets surrounded by large shopping centers and etc. etc. Maybe this is the most kind of things that foreigners who have some special ability are doing currently, even if they are not Portuguese language speaker. But if you don't have a special skill, that doesn't mean you will run out of things to do. Here in Brazil, you can even buy sharing cans and resell them at traffic sinks or square for higher price. Perhaps this option doesn't sound good, but even some Brazilians do it, and they can even support their families with this activity. You know what I mean? For example, me, I do not work formally, for a registered company. And I also know some foreigners who live here, work in the most diverse areas. For example, close to where I work, some workers are from other Latin American countries. But of course, this work if you want to have a simple and calm life, away from the stress of working for a big companies or which high demands. You know what I mean? You got me? Or this kind of choice can work if you don't intend to get rich, to be rich working in Brazil. Like the American dream. American dream, American joke. Anyway, it's because getting rich in Brazil is difficult even for Brazilians. But anyway, as I said in the beginning of this video, this content is for simple people who don't have big ambitions. People with big dreams or extraordinary goals should go to another countries like USA, Japan, or something like that. There, they can find these kind of objectives or targets of life. Yeah, here on my video, they will certainly not understand my proposal or my ideas, unfortunately. Ne? The life, ne? The life is hard. So that's all, folks. I'm going to finish this video. So thank you so much for watching until the end. Tell me your opinion about it in comment box, please. And also, if you like it, click on like button. It encourages me to keep going. So how I used to say, I hope to see you in next time, next video or next live. Bye bye.